Alrighty. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Are we live? Are we live? Has anyone joined? Cat Dragon, number one in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, hey. Got a scratchy voice from being out in the world. Welcome to the AI Learning Lab. My name is Kyle Shannon. I'm coming to you live from New York City. New York. New York, New York. It's a hell of a town. The Bronx is up and the battery's down. Welcome, everybody. This is not my normal place. I am in a little hotel room. Just a little teeny hotel room right next to Times Square. We're right in the middle of Manhattan. We're right in the middle of it all. Everything's happening. Everything's happening. It's fantastic, Bob. Tell him what he's won. You won a new car. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. We'll get started here. What day's today? Monday, right? I think it's Monday. I had a couple of meetings today. One of the meetings, the dude we flew out to see didn't show up. Yay! I love COVID work commitments. Welcome, everyone. This is the AI Learning Lab. My name is Kyle Shannon. A little bit about my background. I try to do these lives every night. I kind of missed last night, although we did a live stream from downtown Manhattan, right near Ground Zero. It was beautiful. Did a walk around, walked by the old, hey Dallas Kula, what's happening? Walked down by my old offices, my old agency.com offices. We walked around Lower Manhattan. That was cool. And then I was going to do a live last night, but I got home and I was just toast. Because I had gotten up at like 3 in the morning that morning, and it was, by the time I got to my hotel room, it was like 10 o'clock, deep in the bowels of Jersey. So anyway, so we're back. We're live tonight. It is, what time is it? 8 something. Oh, 9 o'clock, 9:08 here in New York City. New York City. The way this works, I'll talk about this. So these websites right here, if you're new to generative AI, if you've not played with ChatGPT, go to that top one, chat.openai.com. I'll talk about these in a second. But just go there and start playing right now if you haven't played. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Storyvine. We are in New York visiting clients and talking about all sorts of work they want to do. Everyone seems to be excited about generative AI. Our clients are asking us for their input on how they should deal with Microsoft, how they should deal with their agencies, which is kind of funny because we're a small but humble, a small yet mighty company. I don't know if we're mighty, but we are small. We punch above our weight. So that's exciting. I was also an entrepreneur in the early days of the World Wide Web, and one of the reasons I'm so fired up about this generative AI stuff is the parallels between the early days of the web and the early days of ChatGPT, and kind of the shift from the geeks and scientists and mathematicians owning generative AI, or owning machine learning and AI. ChatGPT sort of shifts it into, now the rest of us get to play with it, which is exactly what the World Wide Web did for the internet. So that's that. Sole proprietor, LLC. No, we are a C Corp, and we have 6 or 7 employees and an outsourced tech team. We're an 11-year-old company. What we do on the channel here, if you got questions, pop them in the comments below. I do my best to answer all the questions, so I'll likely fall behind. So let's jump in. My voice is a little shot. What happened? I just lost my I lost my dual screen. Hold, please. That's not what I wanted. Is this what I wanted? Effects. No, that's not what I wanted. Hold, please. Where did my dual camera go? I knew I figured this out at one point before. Enhance. Oh, there it is. There's dual camera. Well, not special. I see. You want to know who TikTok had some help doing their little interface here. They had some help. And the person that helped them do their interface, who could that have been? Well. Oh, I know who it was. It was Satan. Satan made it completely impossible to use. Well, fantastic. Okay. Back to where I was going. Okay, so this little list of things, if you're new to generative AI, hang on, I got a different setup, so I'm trying to figure this out on the fly here. All right, there you go. So feel free to go ahead and take a screenshot of that. So these are all sort of variations or competitors to ChatGPT. If you haven't played with ChatGPT, that's the official website right there. Then you've got Bing and Claude, two kind of major. Bing is sort of a co-opetition kind of thing. That's Microsoft's version of GPT-4. It's connected to the internet. It can generate images. It can read images. Claude is a competitor from a company called Anthropic. It's got 100,000 token context window, meaning you can put in really long prompts. So that's pretty good. Bard is Google's entry into this. Perplexity.ai is a really interesting kind of search engine, citation, GPT kind of thing. But the labs.perplexity.ai, they're giving us free access to the Meta Llama 2 models. And then Pi is from a company called Inflection. Poe's from the company Quora. All of these are worth exploring. So that's that. Another thing that I wish I didn't have to talk about, but I do, is how do you set up your light in a hotel room? Apparently not very well. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Don't forget to tip your waitress. Try the chili. The AI Learning Lab has gotten so successful that we've been scammed. We've been scammed. So there is a copycat account of the AI Learning Lab that's got two L's in it. It's aiLL, so two L's for learning. That's not how it's spelled. So if you see that one, they're fucking scammers. They've copied my content, they've copied the name, and they're trying to get people to sign up for some fucking scammy multi-level marketing bullshit. I will not. If I reach out to you for multi-level marketing bullshit, I will call it a pyramid scheme. It'll be crystal clear. But we don't do that here. So if you've been reached out, I apologize. There's no reason for me to apologize. They're the assholes. But that's going on, so I'm sorry about that. If you're brand new to this whole world and you don't really know where to start and you're like, I don't even know what ChatGPT is, go to that thing, prompts.chat. We'll teach you all about it, what these large language models are, how to talk to them. It's got a whole list of like all these different personas that you can tell ChatGPT to act like a screenwriter or an accountant or a lawyer or whatever, all that sort of stuff. And it'll give you lots of ideas of what it makes possible. If you're into the image stuff, those things at the very bottom, Midjourney, Adobe Firefly, and Generative Fill within Photoshop. Leonardo is a really cool web interface in front of Stable Diffusion. Clipdrop.co is a bunch of tools from Stability AI, from Stable Diffusion. And that prompt book thing right there will give you access to lots of knowledge about how to use those things. And then Futurepedia is just a big old list of AI tools. There's like 4,000 in there, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's that. The next thing, tomorrow night is the AI Salon. So go to the salon.ai. We've got a meetup group there. You can sign up for the meetup group and You'll get information about when the group is. It's tomorrow night from 5 to 7 Mountain Time, so 7 to 9 East Coast Time. Because of my business travelings, I don't think I'm going to be there for the beginning of the meeting, but I'll probably join as a participant. Leah and one of the other organizers are going to host tomorrow. But we have John Knack from Adobe, from the AI group at Adobe, is speaking tomorrow. So the ones behind Adobe Firefly, John Knack is one of the leaders in that part of the organization. He's a really good guy. I used to work with him. He's wicked smart. He talks faster than I do, and he's going to just talk about what they've learned and all that sort of stuff. So that should be a really fascinating thing. So go to thesalon.ai, sign up for the meetup. You can also sign up for our Discord where you can come play, hang out, ask questions, make images, whatever. All right, and my voice is going. I don't know how long I'm going to last tonight, but I'm going to do my best. It's going to be, you know what it is? It's going to be special. It's going to be a special night. Special. It's going to be special. Okay, let me get to the questions. I'm going to scroll up a little bit here and see what anyone's asked. See if we got any trolls. By the way, if you're going to troll, at least be creative about it. Just don't give me some boring ass bullshit like, oh, isn't it nice that the geriatrics are trying to teach people about AI? If you say that kind of shit, you can just jump off a flippin' bridge. All right. Hello, awesome. What are you doing in New York? I'm out here. We've got a pharma client that was like, hey, could you come out here and talk to us about all this special AI stuff you're doing and whatever this automated video technology you have for your company, whatever you're doing with that, we want to talk to you about that. And they talk just like this. We want to talk to you about that. And we're like, okay, we can come out there. Do you want us to get on a plane? We'll get on a plane and we'll come out there and we'll stay in a hotel. So we did that. And then, so we had one today in Jersey. Well, no, we had 2 meetings today in Jersey, although we got stiffed at one of our meetings. Shithead didn't show up. I mean, the lovely professional that I'm sure had some other commitment didn't show up. Well, the other meeting we had was really, really good. And then tomorrow, we've got 2 meetings, and then possibly like a drive-by with a very important person. And then we have dinner with a prospective client tomorrow night. And we're going to New Wanjo Korean barbecue on 32nd Street, right off 5th Avenue in Koreatown. And if you're in New York and you haven't been to New Wanjo, that's a mistake. You got to go there. You got to go to New Wanjo. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. All right. I used ChatGPT job interview plugin to prep for a data analyst interview and loved it. So helpful. Oh, that's pretty cool. Awesome. Which one? The job interview plugin. Oh, that's really cool. All right. Oh, yeah. Dallas Kula. The other thing I did in New York, I didn't come here to do this, but I knew I was coming here for a client. But I also knew that I could get my World ID, and I did. I got my World ID, so I got scanned by the orb. My irises are now in the in the blockchain. I don't think they are, but it was cool. It was a little anticlimactic because the place was called, it wasn't called the Grove. What was it called? The Canvas. I think it was called the Canvas. And so I'm like, oh, it's the Canvas. I thought it was like some hipster work collective or something like that. No, it was a clothing store. It was just like a boutique clothing store in the subway entrance down at Ground Zero at the World Trade Center. It's this beautifully stunning building, and so I went in there, and it's basically just a big mall of really expensive shops, right? So this store is there, and then you just walk up, and sitting next to the cash register is this silver orb, and the women at the clothing store is like, oh yeah, that thing, we don't know anything about that, but make your little app do what it does, and just look into it. That was it. And I looked into it. It had like a little ring that, showed progress as it was scanning my irises. And at some point I had to make them wider because it kind of stopped. She goes, "Oh, you may need to open your eyes wider." So, took my glasses off, opened my eyes wide. And then when it completed the ring, it went somewhere, and then it pinged on my phone in the app, and it said, "Analyzing your uniqueness." And it was like this little bar going across, and it went, "Pring, you're verified." And so now I have this virtual kind of NFT ID card that you can flip backwards and forwards, and it's anonymous, which is kind of cool. So it doesn't have my name on it. It just says anonymous verified human with my, I've got a private key for my identity. So the idea is that there'll be a whole infrastructure built where developers can create applications where you have to have one of those IDs to participate. So imagine a version of Twitter that was World ID verified, where you knew that everyone in there was a verified human. And then imagine tying that to another application layer where you could say, not only is that human verified, but this piece of content that they created is also verified on the blockchain. And we can also verify that it hasn't been modified. I think that stuff's going to become really, really important. So anyway, yeah, I did that too. So that was kind of cool. Welcome, sole proprietor. Nope, we talked about that. Joy, hey all. Hey Joy. Hackers Heaven, have you used Worm GPT? I haven't. I've heard about it. That one, and there was Chaos GPT for a while, or wasn't it called Chaos GPT? The sort of nasty ones that are going to go out and do all sorts of hacking and destroy the world. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, here's the good news. Hackers are going to hack, right? Hackers are going to jailbreak shit. Hackers are going to hack. Hackers are going to turn autonomous agents loose just to see what they can fuck up. But then the good news is that the good guys have access to these tools too. So the good guys are going to go fuck up some hackers. So, it'll be entertaining. Just hopefully they don't do something so bad that it turns everyone off to this stuff, because that could slow it down for a year or two. But I don't think it's going to slow down for a year or two. I just don't. Here's the thing about all these tools here. See, but all these tools, see all these are just like the ChatGPT ones. These are just the words. They ain't going away. They ain't going to be uninvented. ChatGPT saw to that when they got 100 million users in 6 weeks. Now, ChatGPT also, in the past 2 months, the usage has gone down. Does that mean it's over? No. It just means, A, there's other options. A lot of those other options are free. And B, people are trying to figure out, is this valuable to my life or not? This software is really new. It's really thin, meaning it's not very sophisticated right now. It's a lot of spit and duct tape. So some people, if it's not ready for prime time, they'll just sort of turn off to it. So that's what's going on there, I think. What type of consulting jobs do you see in AI? I think all sorts of them. I've been doing, stuff within my own company, right? Trying to figure out what's the value proposition look like, what's the future state of the technology look like, what's the product roadmap look like. But in pitching that to my clients and, establishing some credibility, like I know a little bit about what I'm talking about, a lot of those clients now are saying, hey, can you help us figure this out? So if you start getting AI literate, if you start getting good with these tools and start talking about it, just put it out there. Talk about it at dinner parties, talk about it at work, talk about it on LinkedIn especially. People will start reaching out to you. So that's one thing you can do. You can teach workshops. There are a lot of agencies now selling automations. So they're using tools like Zapier or Make or Bubble, automation, low code, no code tools to make automations. And so there's a bunch of agencies starting up going, hey, we can make you a content generator or whatever it might be, whatever automation companies want to be, or whatever it might be, whatever automation companies want to be. So I'm seeing a lot of automation agencies. What types of consulting jobs? If you start to establish yourself out there as someone who's thinking about this stuff, just some opportunities will rear their heads. I was working with a group the other day, and this guy said, hey, can you stay after, Kyle? And I said, sure. and he's got some sort of opportunity where it's a large company. They're having a 2,000 person meeting. They want to do some really cool shit with AI. There's not much time to turn it around. And I said, well, see if they're willing to pay for it. And if they are, let's go see if we can build something. So we might have to build something in like 2 weeks. So, I don't know. Have you noticed whatever you do a Google search, now it gives you a generative AI response as well? Is that it just in general Google? I have not noticed that. I know they had, didn't they have like search.google.com or some shit like that? Hang on, let's see. What? I got one. What is the average speed of an unladen swallow? No, I got nothing here. I got nothing. I think there's a version of this that hang on. I gotta move something. I gotta flip something around. I've got my computer on a pillow and it's sort of leaning toward me, so the computer is doing bad things. It's doing bad things. It's making me cranky. This is not my setup. I just knocked the phone off the little receiver. Yeah. Come on. What are we doing? Are we good? Are we good? Everybody good? All right. Okay. Oh, my light. Where's my light? Got a little indirect bounce lighting over here. Huh? See that? Gives me a little glow. It makes me a little dead. It's a little cold, but whatever. What was I saying? Oh, have I noticed? So the one thing I have noticed is when you go to Bard, if you ask a question that it would make sense to incorporate a link, like, you know, what are some shoe companies that make a certain kind of running shoe? It's incorporating links into the GPT responses. I've noticed that, but I haven't noticed normal Google doing their thing. That doesn't mean they're not doing it. My default search engine now is Bing, which a year ago I would have bet you money my default search engine would never be Bing. But, you know, it is, because it's got GPT-4 in it, so I'm liking it. Okay, let's see. How are we? Okay. Have you used Worm GPT? I have not. Kyle Shannon in the Big Apple. What up, New York? In New York. It's really good here. I love New York. The people are amazing. Oh, you know what I did? So one thing, Monique and I, my business partner and I were here, and we went down to St. Mark's Place. There's a Japanese restaurant there that, you know, you went into it, and all the tables were kind of at floor level, and you would sort of sit on the floor and your legs would go under the table, and it's this very traditional Japanese thing. So we went to that restaurant, and we were all excited to have this traditional Japanese restaurant experience. They've completely gotten rid of all that traditional shit. It's just regular tables now. It's like, I don't know. But then, so we went down there, and we're staying up near Times Square, and we got those city bikes, the electric ones. Those were a blast. There's bike lanes everywhere in New York now. If you haven't been here in a while, there's bike lanes everywhere. So we rode up from Lower Manhattan to Times Square on these electric bikes. Those things are fast. So it was, you know, it was a little sketch because, you know, you're flying around at like 40, you know, not 40 miles an hour, probably 25 miles an hour, but, you know, close proximity to people in cars with no helmet. So, but it was fun. Your area of expertise can be enhanced and augmented by AI. Absolutely agree, Winston. I think these things are ability amplifiers. If you have not played with them, if you've not had what I call your Kevin McAllister moment with AI, which is play with it till it does something that you literally can't process. And then once you have that moment, then you kind of dig deeper and you realize, you'll be like, oh, that's pretty impressive. But, at least it can't do what I do. And then it will. And then you get nervous. and that begins your crack addiction to this stuff. All right, TikTok just jumped me to the bottom of the questions because it loves me. Let's see. What are we talking about? Debugging TensorFlow? No, I'm not that deep into it. I'm not that deep into it. I'm talking about generative AI more. Think post ChatGPT. As companies and people try to figure out how to use these tools, more so than companies and things trying to create these tools. So, this is what I did in the early days of the World Wide Web. When the World Wide Web first came out, I was not, on the W3 Council coming up with HTML tags. I was using HTML tags to help Fortune 500 companies build their websites. And so that's kind of where I am with this stuff as well. So my expertise is more in using the stuff once it kind of hits that prime, ready for prime time, which this is just hitting it. So we're very early. If you think you're behind on this shit, you're not. We're very early on it. But it's moving fast. It's moving way faster than you know. It's moving way faster than you know. I'll see you there. Did you get kicked out of your office? No, I'm in New York. I'm in a hotel room. A saucy little hotel room just off Times Square. Maybe I'll go out for a walk later. Just people watch. Watch the fucking insanity of Times Square. Good to know that you're a verified human. Thank you. Please explain your t-shirt, please. It is New York, New York. Established 1898. Original Big Apple. I don't think this shirt was bought in New York. And I actually kind of hated wearing it out. Because if you wear a shirt that says New York City and you live in New York City, you're a tourist. But I live in Denver now, so my wife bought this at some previous trip she did. And so this was the only t-shirt I had in my bag, so there you go. So I just went out as a tourist. All right. Any way to control a device via AI like Google Assistant? I don't know what you mean by control a voice or control a device. You could certainly, here's the deal. ChatGPT knows all the programming languages, so you could certainly take something like a Raspberry Pi and have it generate a bunch of code for you. And then you could hook an API on the front end of that, so you could talk to ChatGPT, and then if you did the automation right, it would send commands to your Raspberry Pi. So yeah, I would think you could mock something like that up pretty easily. And even if you're not super technical, you need to be a little technical, but if you can figure out a Raspberry Pi, that's not that tough, and then ChatGPT can even teach you how to do that. Just tell ChatGPT, say, hey, listen, I want to get into microcontrollers, and I got myself a Raspberry Pi 4.0.x.r, and it'll know what that is, and then just go. Tell it to teach you how to do that shit. So yes, I think you probably can. I don't know anything about that. Now you're getting into robotics and things like that. Is your salon tomorrow after party in New York City? Oh, that's actually a good idea. So the salon is tomorrow. If you want to go to the salon, go to the salon.ai. The first link there is the meetup link. So sign up for the meetup and you'll get the login information for the Google Meet tomorrow night. John Knack from Adobe is speaking. I've got a dinner with a client, so I'm probably not going to make the beginning of it, but I'll sort of join as a participant later. But Leah, my co-host, is co-hosting with another one of the organizers, and we'll be off to the races tomorrow from 7 to 9 Eastern, 5 to 7 Mountain, 4 to 6 Pacific. So yes, but thank you for asking, Casey. I asked you several weeks ago about implementing AI in a high school classroom. I ended up giving a 2-part lesson that ended with students creating a list of do's and don'ts. Oh, that's really cool. And I've been showing them each day ways to use it responsibly. So far, so good. That's super cool. And I'm curious. So I love that Newsy Floozy. By the way, 9.5 out of 10 on the name. Like the name a lot. It's solid. It's solid. It makes you smile. You got your rhymes. You got your alliterations. It's intriguing. You want to know more. Yes, Zero. My T-shirt is New York. I would be curious to know if their list of do's and don'ts, the high school students' list of do's and don'ts, changes once they start using it, right? Like if they're new to it, I would imagine the list of do's and don'ts might be different than if they're in a month. So be interesting to see how that evolves. But so first off, like fucking kudos. So rather than hiding from this, you're bringing it into the classroom. You're getting them engaged, critically thinking. This is what I talked about when you asked the question, if I recall correctly, is the most important skill moving forward is critical thinking, because these things are going to do all the tactical execution. So it's not about memorizing shit anymore. It's not about learning these specialized individual skills. It's about, okay, we've got tools that can do all the tactical execution. What do we need to do? We need to conduct the symphony. We need to say, what do we want to create? What does success look like? If these things generate a bunch of content, how do you know if it's any good? I don't know. You look at it. You use your fucking brain. And so I think this feels very right to me, right? You're heading down this journey of, okay, kids, these tools are here. Let's start exploring them. Let's figure out what works. Let's figure out what doesn't. What's it good for? What's it not good for? And you come back 3 months from now, it's going to be a completely different answer. I love that. I think that's awesome. So kudos, man. Oh, KC's also a teacher. Awesome. Sonia, hello. Nice. Yeah, that's fantastic. Newsy Floozy, are you a teacher? Me too. Sonia's a teacher. Oh, that's right, Sonia. I think you're in New York, Sonia, aren't you? I'm in New York. I'm in New Jack City. Hotel. I am at the Hyatt House. I don't know where it is. Somewhere near Times Square. You could cross business analysis with generative AI use cases and do a small pilot project. Yep, that's it. That's a really good thing to do. With Code Interpreter, if you've not played with ChatGPT's Code Interpreter, the data analysis you can do with it is stupid powerful and stupid easy, and also frustrating when you're trying to do something really specific, because it kind of goes off and starts prompting itself, and you ask it a simple thing and it's like, let me try 16 ways to do that. But it's amazingly powerful. It's staggering to watch. You're just watching this machine essentially start reasoning. Like Code Interpreter from ChatGPT. I mean, GPT-4 is just mind-blowing in and of itself, but then Code Interpreter is kind of a step above that, because you kind of get a glimpse into the future of what these things are going to do. And right now, it's early enough that you can it's all slow, and you can see the code that it's writing, and you can see it making mistakes and trying to unmake the mistakes. But you can kind of see when this shit gets sophisticated, you'll just ask it for shit, and it'll go, aye, aye, Captain. I'm off. I'm going to go get you your tickets. You're going to have a fantastic time at the rock concert in that obscure town you want to go to. And off it'll go. Here you go. Here's your tickets. Many companies are willing to peel off a few bucks for at least exploring this. More and more are starting to do that. We in a workshop that I just gave, we showed a chart of it was a McKinsey report on marketing. This was from back in April or May, on marketing and sales that McKinsey did. And 70% of the respondents said that they expected in the future their companies would be using AI, a lot or a lot, right? And there was a companion chart that basically said, what are you doing now? And it was like, not very much. And so a lot of companies right now are expecting they're moving in this direction. They don't quite know how to do it yet, but no one does. The fact that I've got some pharma executives asking me for advice on what their agencies should be doing is telling, right? So we're very early. Very, very early. I heard ChatGPT is going bankrupt. I don't know where you heard that. Is that news today? I doubt that's the case. I'm sure they're spending staggering amounts of money. ChatGPT bankrupt. News about ChatGPT bankrupt. Declining users and competitors could make them, is reportedly heading toward bankruptcy. Tech.co. What are the sources here? I don't see any real. Times of India. Who is this? Tech.co. This is Yahoo News. While it's possible, I don't see that happening. I don't see Microsoft letting that happen. For one thing, they put in $10 billion. Sam Altman said he thinks they need to raise $100 billion to get to AGI, artificial general intelligence. Even with their reduced usage, like, they're not making money right now on the $20 a month from us. That they're just using that to cover their costs. They're going to make their money on APIs and that sort of shit. So, I don't know. I wouldn't. It's possible. I'm sure at their current burn rate, I'm sure they're burning through staggering amounts of cash. Sam Altman said when ChatGPT first launched and it got way more popular than they expected it to, he said the costs of what it was costing them, he said it was eye-watering or something like that. It was just, crazy. Turn on Bard. Why? Turn on Bard in Google search? Hang on. Google.com. You mean go to bard.google.com? Yeah, that's not really a search, though. Let's see. I don't see a way to turn on Bard here. But if you mean bard.google.com, that's not really search. That's just Bard. Or do you want me to show you Bard? I'm happy to do that as well. So I've used ChatGPT for lots of stuff. Jason Ruzzi. What's this news about it going bankrupt? We just talked about that. Is a career in AI profitable? I don't know. I think we're all going to have careers in AI. Like where we are right now is very similar to the early days of the World Wide Web, where you could ask, is a career in the World Wide Web profitable? in 1994 or 5? I don't know. If it becomes something, sure. Same thing with this. Like, I think because nobody knows what to do with these right now. Everyone's trying to figure it out. So right now, if you can figure this shit out even a little bit, people will pay you money. If you're a clever business person and a good salesperson, they'll pay you a lot of money. If you're not good at selling your services and you can't figure out how to make money using Photoshop, then you're going to have similar problems doing this. But if you've figured out a way to solve problems and get people to pay you to do that, then you're going to be doing great with these things if you can get your head around them. So I think a career in AI is inevitable, and I think the sooner you jump on getting literate with this stuff and figuring out how you can take your skill set and solve other people's problems using these tools to make yourself better, smarter, faster, all that sort of stuff, then great, then you will. And yes, I think you will be able to charge a premium for some amount of time because these things are very complicated and very impactful. If I play it out even just 3 years into the future, people are going to be desperate to have people that understand what in the fuck are these things and how do we do them. All right. Some comments in live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Don't be jerks. Don't be jerks in the AI Learning Lab. Do me a favor, if you would, share the live. I just want to get some more people in here if we can. Share the live if you're willing to, and hit the hearty heart button, the double tap thing. We'll get some likes going in here. The other thing you should know, I try to answer all the questions, and I can tell because I'm tired and my voice is shot. I'm rambling tonight, so sorry about that. But, that's part of the charm of the channel, isn't it? If you know what I mean. It's like, what we do sometimes, we just talk. We just have little conversations. And what was I going to say? I am now 58 messages behind. So if I haven't gotten to your message, it's not because I'm a douche, and it's not because I'm an avatar. It's because I haven't gotten to your message. And I try to read them all. Because I'm a conscientious TikTok Live host. What's going on with the hair tonight? I got a different product in it. I got some sort of mud that I carry in my little travel pack. Seems like it's holding pretty good. I mean, it's still, there's some issues. Don't get me wrong. But it's hanging in there. I got a little Buster Poindexter thing going. But this time of night, that's to be expected. All right. Let's see. To show students how to use AI as a writing assistant that will break prompts down into several smaller questions and then answers to the prompt. Also generate ideas. Newsy Floozy, I love what you're doing. I think that's really, really flippin' awesome. Grim Reaper wrote something in Russian or some sort of that kind of language. Is that Slavic? It's not Slavic, is it? It's whatever Russian is. But it might not be Russian. It just looks in that neighborhood of languages. I don't know how to copy and paste comments, but we could copy and paste that comment. If someone wants to copy and paste that Russian comment and translate it for me, assuming it's not some evil, nasty, douchey thing, I'm happy to look at it. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum bum 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 ba-dum-bum-bum ba-da-bum ba-dum-bum bow. Sorry, I'm trying to find where I was. Reading da-da-da-da-da-da. Somebody put their phone number in there. Not sure what that's about. Not sure that's super wise, but that's okay. Writing analysis for GPT is far superior to Claude. Correct. I agree. GPT-4. I think Claude and GPT 3.5 are close. Maybe Claude's inching up above it. GPT-4 is definitely better. But Claude, you can put in a 75,000 word document and it'll just do it. Or you can have a really long conversation with it and it won't lose its memory for 75,000 words. So Claude has advantages. I'm telling you, I will pull shit off this list when it doesn't have something that's unique to the others. So ChatGPT has GPT-4, code interpreter, custom instructions, and plugins. So it's the leader. It's the best right now. Thank you, Lunastick. Welcome. Moon, you moon comedian, you. Claude has 100,000 token context limit. Oh, thank you for the hearty heart. I like the hearts. Hearts is sweet. I like turtles. Bing is connected to the internet. Bing can also read images. Bing can also generate images. Bing is also what's going to be the basis, or not Bing, Bing Chat, the basis for the Copilot product that's going to be inside all of Office 365. Bard is from Google. It can read images. It's connected to the internet, and it doesn't suck as bad as it used to, and is probably going to get much better because they kind of fucked up and are having to play catch up to those guys. And so they're spending a lot of money. Perplexity is a really interesting company. They've got good searches with citations, and they're letting us play with the Llama 2 models for free at labs.perplexity. Pi just raised $1.3 billion, and Pi is an incredibly conversational bot, which if you want to do work is a pain in the ass. But if you want to have a conversation, it's actually really good. It's really good at conversations. And then Poe, you can play with multiple models, and it's got a bot builder in it. All of these have something to play with. So yes, I agree. But don't discount the others just because one's better at this than the other. At some point, someone's going to roll a bunch of this shit together. We're going to have kind of a master GPT that does a lot of these things well. And at that point, I'll jettison some of these things. But right now, and again, don't think of any of these things as the final state. These things are all brand fucking new. This list used to be 3 weeks ago. I only had 3 things on this. A lot of this stuff's new. So just know that it's going to change. It's going to change. It's going to change. Going to change. It's going to change. It's going to change. All right. Oh, wait, by the way, whoever just said that, writing analysis. Okay, your name is annoying. Miminent. I'm glad I don't stutter. Your name is designed to make people stutter. Is that what's going on? If it's that, it's clever. Here's a trick I heard that I think's really good. If you have a really long document, use Claude to summarize it and kind of reduce the word count. Say summarize this, basically make this have less words and make it more efficient, and then you can make it small enough that you can take that summary to ChatGPT and use ChatGPT 4 to do the true analysis of it. So use Claude as a distiller and then GPT-4 to actually do the analysis. That might be a cool way to do large documents. Best of both. All right. Our school has blocked ChatGPT, but not Claude. Interesting. I'm preparing to push for ChatGPT to be unblocked. Good. Yeah, do that. The other thing, News Floozy, I guarantee you they haven't blocked Pi. For your students that have iPhones, I think there might be, Pi, does Pi have I don't know. You can go check. See if they have an Android app. But the conversational nature of Pi could be really interesting for your students because it's so different. Like what you get from ChatGPT and what you get from Pi are so different. There might be something interesting. They could do some sort of analysis of what's different about it, right? And how are they doing what they're doing, and how might they have prompted Pi to act like that? And then you could even go to you don't have ChatGPT yet. Well, when you get ChatGPT back, ChatGPT has its custom instructions, so you could go write custom instructions for ChatGPT to have it act like Pi. That would be an interesting exercise. Does your wife pack for you? Laughing my ass off, so ADHD. I'm totally ADHD. Yes, she did help pack for me, and yes, and she actually had secret clothes hidden away in case I go to New York in the summer. So it's like khakis. I look like I'm from fucking Connecticut. I have like a polo shirt and khakis, and I just look like, yeah. Me wanting Raspberry Pi. Yeah, exactly. Well, I know. They call it Raspberry Pi. What are you gonna do? 'Tis the season, too. The raspberries are coming pretty soon. I asked Midjourney to generate a chart of all edible berries. It produced something really nice. That's super cool. If you haven't seen, there's a cool prompt in Midjourney that is one that that makes me very happy. I'll show it to you. Okay, if you haven't, oh wait, I might have slow, crappy internet here in the hotel. What's going on? Come on. What are we doing? Are we working? /imagine. Oh no, something's gone south here. Let me quit Discord and see if I relaunch it, if it is less shitty. Do you know what a knolling photograph is? KNOLLING. Checking for updates. I think my internet is poopy. How's the live? Is this live okay? Give me some hearts if it's okay. Or is it laggy? Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. All right, I got a couple of hearts, so it seems like it's okay. All right. It seems like my laptop is not happy. It's just not happy. It does not seem to like whatever internet they got going on here. It's very disturbing. It's very disturbing. All right. What are you going to do? If you're in Midjourney, you can also do the. I know there's some lures for this for stable diffusion. Type knolling photograph and then a topic. So like knolling photograph VW bug, knolling photograph hunting supplies, knolling or just knolling KNOLLING. And so a knolling photograph is one where they take all the parts. They'll take they'll take an assembled something and disassemble it and lay all the parts out in a really organized, grid layout, and then they photograph that. That's what knolling is. So you can get Midjourney to do knolling on all sorts of shit, like mushrooms, or that you said all the different berries or whatever it was, and it did a pretty good job. Do a knolling photograph of all the berries, and it'll lay them out really nice for you. Grim Reaper's still giving us some Russian. I don't think I can. Can I copy? I can pin this comment. I can translate it. Oh, Grim Reaper, I can read your stuff. Look at that. I'll tell you what, the AI just did. I can read Russian. I can read Russian now, right now. Why did ChatGPT invent new poisons but not a cure for cancer? Well, okay, ChatGPT didn't invent shit. ChatGPT didn't invent shit. Human beings used these tools to do bad shit. They also used these tools to create AlphaFold and created 400,000 proteins in 2 days that is going to completely revolutionize drug discovery. And they probably will find a cure for cancer. So these tools didn't do shit. People did shit. If people choose to use these tools that are more powerful than anything we've had in the history of humanity for bad shit, well then, whatever motivates them to do that, that's their thing. Part of what this channel is about is to try, in the little way we can, to bend how we use this shit toward the good. Bend it toward the light. Because I personally think, and why I'm spending so much fucking time, like on my trip out where I'm fucking exhausted, spending hours a night doing this, is that individual contributions that use this for the good right now are going to have a disproportionately positive impact on the future trajectory of this technology. I really believe that. Like, I really, like, deep down believe that. Are there assholes that are going to do bad shit with technology? Yeah, of course. We're human. Some of us are assholes. Some of us have ulterior motives. Some of us are being paid to fuck shit up. And the rest of us are just trying to live our lives. And if we can use these tools to live our lives a little bit better, fucking far out. And I think if we bend it toward the light, maybe we outweigh those other actors. I noticed the detail under each berry was made up of gibberish. Yeah, so right now, what's it called? Text not so good. But I did find out from someone on TikTok. What was her name? I forget it. But hopefully she'll be in here tonight. There's a thing you can do at clipdrop.co, which is Stability's thing. Clipdrop.co. Let's see if my internet is... yeah, the internet's just hosed on this machine. Let me try turning off Wi-Fi and turning it back on. Maybe we got a little situation here. We got a little situation. Well, isn't that special? Oh, you know who's running the internet here at the hotel? It's Satan. Satan's doing it. Oh, look at all those unwashed people looking at pornography in their little hotel rooms. Well, isn't that special? Maybe they're eating up all the internet with their little pornographic pictures of the lewd and lascivious acts. No, isn't that special? Wow. Okay. Create stunning visuals in seconds. You can make money with ChatGPT. Wait, so that worked, and then... someone just commented in my TikToks. They said they believe websites will be obsolete soon. I actually kind of agree with that. And I'll tell you why in a second. I'll tell you why. When my voice is really tired, I can do low. Low. How low can you go? Well, let me tell you, boy. All right, the internet just sucks here. All right, so we're not going to deal with that. If you go to clipdrop.co, who was it that said that the stuff under the image? So Ion China, if you go to clipdrop.co and use, what's it called? Is it Sketch? No, it's called Doodle to Image or something like that. Anyway, one of the tools on clipdrop.co lets you doodle an image and then write a prompt, and it will use your doodle as kind of the composition of the image. It does text really well. Like not really well. It does text decently predictably. So I did the other night, I did a square, and then I had a little square inside it with a little triangle above it. So I did like a sign hanging in a window, and I put help wanted sign in a shop window. And it generated 3 images, and one of them absolutely said help wanted in clear text. The one was total gibberish, and one was mostly help wanted. So I think with the sketch tool at ClipDrop, you can start to do some predictive text. It's not going to be that long until they crack that nut. They'll start layering in some of the stuff Adobe's doing in Firefly. They've got a type tool there where they're taking full-on fonts and like re-rendering shit on top of them. At some point, they're going to start layering that stuff together in a prompt and sort of dynamically compositing it or something. There's also technology they can make stuff more predictable now. So there's some cool stuff coming. But right now, text sucks. So you still got to take shit into Photoshop and fix it. That's the thing about these tools. Oh, there's lots of people here. Welcome, everybody. My name's Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab. I'm not in my normal thing. I'm in a hotel in New York because I'm here on business. I'm tired as fuck. My voice sounds like shit. Well, I don't know if it sounds like shit, but it just sounds like I've been chewing on gravel. Yeah, Tom Waits style. Yeah, let's go. Nah. Why do I do this? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, that. Okay. Welcome everybody. She's my Raspberry Pi. That's nice. Can you explain why it's so obsessed with obfuscating text? Yeah, I can actually. So it's not obsessed with obfuscating text. It is not aware of anything. Do you want to see how images are created? I have a presentation for that. Let's see. Yeah, I had a feeling. So I've got my problem with my little Mac is I've got too much shit on it, so my big files get dumped up to iCloud. Do I have anything? Do I have it anywhere? No, I don't. I can't tell you how to do it. Well, so here's the deal. I'll talk you how the image generation things work. So the way image generation works, there's two models that are involved. There's the large language model, right? And the way a large language model works is you put in your prompt and then it understands those words, and it actually doesn't understand those words. It turns those words into a mathematical probability of the very next word that should be the response, or the first word of the response. And then it takes your prompt plus that word, and it creates the probability for the next word. So it is, if you distill down what it's doing, it's actually quite a simple mathematical function. Your prompt turns into a mathematical probability, creates a word, and it writes all that shit. And it looks like it's sentient, and it looks like it's reasoning, and it looks like it's smart, and it looks like it says it's a probability engine. It's got the awareness of what it did, the same awareness that your calculator has when you type 2 + 2, and it gives you 4. Well, how did it do that? It must be conscious. No, it's a fucking calculator. So it's literally like that. It's a fancy fucking ass version of that, but that's what it is. So that's the language part of things like Midjourney and Stable Diffusion. The image part, at least for the diffusion model, works like this. GANs work a different way. There's different ways to do it, but for the most part, what we're playing with right now are diffusion models. What diffusion models do is they take a bunch of images that have been tagged with words. Okay, so there's a cat in that one. There's a dog in that one. There's a desk in that one. There's right. And then they run every single image that's been tagged through a noise filter. They noise it. So it starts as an image and then it turns it into random noise through a particular noise algorithm. Okay? Then when you type in your prompt, it basically goes and says, go find me all of the images that were tagged with any words that are relevant to that prompt. So it's using the large language model as a filter to filter out, right? So maybe you go from 1 billion images that are in the training set and you filter that down to, 100,000. It's not seeing the images. The images are these noised, random noise patterns. And so when you put in your prompt, it filters it down, and then it averages those 100,000 noisy images into a single noisy image. And then it uses that same noise algorithm to denoise it toward whatever it looks like. It's not aware of all of the pieces of individual grains of sugar. If you think of every picture in the training set as a grain of sugar, but you dump it all into cake batter mix and stir it up with eggs and butter and shit and put that in the oven, you don't know which grain of sand generated to that. So all it's doing is denoising some random pixels into something. And so the reason text is garbled is because it might know that it needs text, but it's mashed together, many, many images, and is, kind of just denoising them. It doesn't know what's in there. It's got no awareness of what it's doing. It's just a mathematical calculator. So, which I like, once you understand how they work, I think it's even more remarkable that they do what they do. But that's why it can't do text. So in order for it to do text, they're going to have to do some more specialized algorithms that maybe say, okay, start denoising the image and then go look at the text on it. And maybe you have a separate layer that's doing text in the context of that image. So there'll be more sophisticated ways to generate images in the future. But I will leave that to the mathematicians. I mean, whoever figured this shit out it's amazing. It's amazing. It's just amazing. It's amazing. What time is it? It's getting late here in New York City. It's getting late. My voice is going. Sorry to hear that. It's banned there. Oh, I know. That sucks. The ChatGPT police. That really sucks. Hi, I need to improve my English. Go to these things. They're really good at it. Put in your language. Oh, you know what you can do? Latese. Here's what to do, Latese. In your language, in your native language, go to these things and have it create custom tutorials for you. The way you like to learn. Like if you like to learn with flashcards, have it give you flashcards. If you like to learn with, something like Babbel or, one of those things, have it give you lessons, and it will. And I would even imagine you could go to Pi and just talk to Pi. Translate. All right, Grim Reaper. Medical corporations won't let ChatGPT come up with a new cure for diseases. You know why? Well, yeah, the capitalism, right? They, like pharma companies don't want a cure for cancer. Again, medical corporations are not going to not let ChatGPT come up with it. What big corporations will do if they want to squash something is they'll let, again, ChatGPT is not coming up with this shit. Human beings prompting ChatGPT are coming up with this shit. If one of those people comes up with a cure for cancer, what those corporations might do is buy that technology and then bury it. But they're not stopping this shit from doing it. And the fact that Meta open sourced Llama 2 means that those big ass corporations can't do that. Like, let's say that the big pharma companies could strong arm OpenAI and Claude and Bing and Bard and Pi and Poe and everyone else that's coming. And they can never do anything that would cure cancer. Well, you still got Llama 2 out there in the public domain without any safety guardrails on it. They can't control that. Those companies control it after the invention, not before. I think. Yes, exactly. I told them it's a living document and we will revisit it throughout the year. That's cool. Any good AI tools for short form video editing other than Video or Opus? I don't know. I haven't been doing a lot of that. I would just go to futurepedia.io, go to the video section there and, learn, just start playing and just know that most of them are going to be a waste of your time. There's probably a lot of video tools, but there might be something good in there. Video is the one that I've used. But even that, I mean, the problem with it is they aren't cheap. They're really fucking expensive, which I suppose it's expensive in compute, but I have a feeling it's just expensive because they can right now. There's not a lot of competition. Did your meeting go well? One went really well, really new big opportunity, and one, the fucking dude didn't show up. We flew out here to meet with two people. One of the guys today didn't fucking show. That, like, if there was some sort of emergency, great. If there wasn't, that is fucking classless. There will be manipulation with AI, Grim Reaper. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. You mean with content? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of manipulation. Thought you were wearing a Trekkie shirt. No, it's New York City. The Indian Times says they may go bankrupt by the end of the year. Is the Indian Times respectable? I don't know. I don't know that. Sounds respectable. It's possible that OpenAI goes bankrupt by the end of the year. I can't imagine that Microsoft or anyone else is going to let them go bankrupt. Unless Microsoft has some poison pill that says if they go bankrupt, they own it or some shit like that, which is possible, depending on their investment rights. I just don't see it happening. Investors will come in. It's too important a technology. All of this competition would not exist had ChatGPT not did what it done what it did what it did what it did. I'm tired. 10 billion over how long? 10 billion. See, I think most of the 10 billion from Microsoft was in compute credits. So I would imagine that they burnt through a lot of that $10 billion already. Cost 700 grand daily. Yep. Yeah. So they're blowing through the cash, right? Every time we do one of our stupid fucking write a poem that sounds like a cowboy got a rock in his shoe. Every time we do that, it costs them a couple of bucks. Like, it ain't cheap to run these things. They're too important. They're too important to let it die, in my opinion. That just seems like a doomsday kind of sensationalist thing. Like, if I haven't read the article, if there's a quote from Sam Altman saying we're in trouble, great. But if this is just one of those speculative things, that's probably just someone trying to buy some time to build a competitor to ChatGPT. Yeah, 700 grand a day is a lot to operate something. They'll cut back first quarter spending. Don't expect much from AI yet. This is a great this is great for introduction and profit taking. Most tickers. What? This is great for introduction and profit taking. Most tickers 10% from highs. I don't quite know what you mean, but I kind of know what you mean. Yeah, so yeah, usage has dropped off with ChatGPT. Things are down a bit. Listen, if what we get to play with today is this powerful, do you know the shit that they're playing with that we don't get to see? I mean, Sam Altman said there's something they developed at ChatGPT they will never release. It's that powerful. What is that? The CEO of Stability AI says the image generation tool that they're playing with internally at Stability AI is generating images at 60 frames a second. So it's doing 60 frame a second video. That's the tool they're playing with inside OpenAI right now, or inside Stability AI right now. The shit that we haven't seen yet is like, okay, this stuff's not ready for prime time. Okay, great, it's not. But you want it to write some social media copy? It'll fucking knock it out. It'll get you to 80% of what you need in 5 minutes, and then you can spend the rest of the hour refining it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would not piss on the grave of generative AI just yet, just because there's a little summertime blues, and there's not as many users as there were in the frothy aftermath of it launching. Have you tried out Goblin.tools yet? Goblin.tools yet? Yeah, I have. So I would show shit here, but I can't unless my internet has gotten better. No, it really hasn't. Look, see, shit ain't working. Let me try one more time. Maybe they reset the routers because people were complaining. No, it's still shitty. Yeah, Goblin.tools is a to-do list maker that you just put in a to-do, and then you hit the magic wand button, and it will break it down like a full-on project manager. It's pretty amazing. With my ADHD, to-do lists give me hives, and Goblin's to-do lists really give me hives because it's like, I just want to accomplish this. It's like, here's the 73 steps you need to do to accomplish that. Yeah, I'm good. I'll just not get shit done. I'm going to write a book, Not Get Shit Done. The way of the ADD wizard. Us ADD people, we get shit done when we fucking want to get it done, and it's always at the last minute. Prefrontal cortex, block of cheese. From here forward, nothing but net. It's fucking, take a cross section here, little brain scan. It's just like, great Bondo hairdo. Yeah, I know. It's that mud shit. Like it's a little teeny tin, and you don't think it's doing anything, but then you put it in, and it is. It's like fucking Bondo. It's pretty funny. Thank you. Oh, it just jumped me to the bottom. Ah, dang it, TikTok! Why are you doing that to me? It's just it's just rig 'em, frig 'em, let's rock 'em, sock 'em. You son of a bitch! I want to meet Mr. TikTok, and I want to say, when I report someone for copying my fucking account and trying to scam my followers, and I report that 4 times, why is that okay? Why are you just saying, yeah, they're fine? What are they doing to you? And then why did you jump me to the bottom of the comments when I'm just trying to scroll through them? Why? Someone programmed that. They should be fired right now. All right, I think I found my place. Oh, there was the Bondo in the hair comment. The Russian translation is, you too can make the Russian translation. You can make money with ChatGPT. That's pretty good. Tobias, what's shaking, man? All right, Luna Shtick, good evening. If you hold down a comment, there's an option to translate. He said, AI will bring manipulation. Yep, got it. I figured it out. Old guy figured out TikTok. Stop the presses. What does stop the presses mean? Well, see, in my day, there were a thing called newspapers, and they had these things called presses where they pressed ink into paper. And then if there was breaking news, someone would yell, stop the presses. And then they would literally stop the presses. That's what it means. Yeah, fucking Gen Zers with your goddamn, everything's there instantly all the time. It's not how it used to be. Dang it. Sup, buddy? ChatGPT 4, welcome. Emilio's wife, many dinosaurs. Awesome there. Thank you. Welcome, everybody that's just joined. I am definitely many questions behind down below, down in the below times, more than 100 questions behind. So if it seems like I am just talking about random shit, that's why. Because I'm trying to answer all the questions. Isn't that good? Is Midjourney not good anymore? It's not on the list. It's on the list. It's just not on this list. Oh, wait, when was the last time you were here? It's that Buffalo. Okay, so here's what happened. It's that Buffalo. Midjourney used to be on this list, but this list only had 3 ChatGPT things on it, and now it's got 7. So I made one page for ChatGPT shit, and then I made another page for prompts.chat, the prompt book for images and Futurepedia, and then I put all the image generating tools down at the bottom here. So I got Midjourney, Adobe Firefly, Leonardo, and clipdrop.co, which is Stable Diffusion, Stability AI's little experimental portal. So yeah, a good eye. No, it did not go away. Midjourney's still the shit, and no one's caught it yet, and I don't think they will for a while. But Stable Diffusion XL's close, but it ain't there. But yeah, we have a situation where there's just too much shit here, but we need it there until further notice. Thank God I can change my name back tomorrow. What? How did you get stuck changing your name to ChatGPT 4, and why can you not change it back? Is this just a special TikTok being fucking special kind of thing? ChatGPT 4 changing to Claude. Dr. J coming in with a solid one there. Grim Reaper is saying a bunch of random stuff in Russian. Like, why does ChatGPT share poison info? Yeah, I saw that, Winston. Thanks. Just watch your verified video. Too bad you didn't get the free crypto. Thanks, Gary. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Gary Ginsler. Thanks, Gary. Thanks. Yeah, you know what? I feel so much safer that I didn't get that free money that Sam Altman wanted to give me. I just, it warms my heart to know that I'm not going to be ripped off by someone who wants to give me money. Thank you. You're the best. Bitter? You betcha. All right, but ChatGPT doesn't cure cancer. Not sure why he's using Russian. I don't know why he's using Russian. Maybe he's just trying to see if I can figure out how to translate shit. But I figured it out there. I figured it out because I'm like an old guy with tech chops, but not real technical chops, but like I can point at shit and click on it. You don't think that takes skill? It doesn't. That's not the point. That's not the point. All right. Good day. Christopher Martinez. Yes. The Shrewd One. Heart. Dr. J. Heart, heart, heart. Joy. Heart, heart. Thanks for the hearts. This live is great. No lag when you switched cameras. Oh, really? Weird. Huh. Fine. Live is good. Many hearts. No lagging for all of me. Better here than in Colorado. Isn't that fucking awful? I'm in a hotel. Hotel Wi-Fi is notoriously shitty. And the shit I buy at home that I spend way too much money on is crappier than this. The hell? Why am I chewing my cuticle? Because it's fucking tasty. Stop picking on me, weirdos. Zen AI. Oh, I can't look at the internet because what? Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to restart my machine. That's what I'm going to do because that's going to fix it. That's going to fix it. There's more than one way to get the internet. I could also tether it to my phone, couldn't I? Let's restart it and see what happens. All right. Show me how to make money online with AI. You can make money with ChatGPT. So Giovanni Hendrickson. I have a point of view on this. And my point of view is that making money with AI or making money with ChatGPT is not, it ain't about the tool. It ain't about the tool. What do you mean by that, Kyle? What do you mean it ain't about the tool? Here's what I mean about that. What did you say there? Show me how to make money online with AI. The answer to that question, Photoshop beta failed to quit. Why? Okay, we force quit it. Screw it. We're out of there. Make money online with AI. You could replace AI with any other tool, and the answer is exactly the same. Make money online with Photoshop. Make money online with HTML. Make money online with CSS. Make money online with project management. Make money online with shovels. They're all tools. How you make money is you figure out a problem someone has. Why is it not using my fingerprint? What just happened to my machine? Did one of you fucking hack me and screw up my machine? I'll be pissed. You're in here speaking Russian. Someone's probably hacking me, taking me down. All right, that thing's back. Let's see if wait, here's clip drop. Let's see if we get some internet back. So how you make money with any tool is you figure out a problem someone has, you figure out what your skills are, you identify that problem, and you're like, I can fix that problem. And many times it's like, I can fix that problem in $10,000. And if you fix that problem good enough and it's worth $10,000, people give you money. They give you the $10,000. And then you go fix that problem. And with this generative AI shit, maybe you can fix that problem faster for $5,000. So you can go into the market and you can say, hey, they're fixing that problem for $10,000. I'll give you double the results for half the money, but you got to sign today. And then you just made $5,000. And you use ChatGPT to do it faster than those people doing it by hand. And then you're laughing all the way to the bank and you're going, I made money with ChatGPT. But you didn't start with ChatGPT, did you? You start with the problem. So I know that's a smart-ass answer, but that's actually the real answer. And the reason I make fun of people that say, you can make money with ChatGPT, is that how they're making their money is with fear. Wait a minute, someone has a secret for how to make money with ChatGPT. I can't fucking figure it out. They're going to give me a course. And it's only $299 per session, amortized over 18 months. And if I sell that course, I can make money with ChatGPT. No, you're making money selling courses. That's the oldest trick in the book. You're not making money with ChatGPT. Other than the fact that they wrote the course with ChatGPT about how to sell ChatGPT courses to make money for ChatGPT. You see how circular it is? It's circular. There's pyramid schemes and there's circular marketing schemes. You can make money with ChatGPT, circular marketing. And if they got really clever, they'd make it the bear gave me the dangly lights. I love the dangly lights. If they were really clever, they would turn their circular marketing logic into a multi-level marketing scheme, and they could have a pyramid scheme on top of circular marketing logic, and they would really make money with ChatGPT if you're at the top of the pyramid. You see how bitter I am? You know why? Because people like that make me fucking crazy. Go generate some fucking value in the world, and people will give you money for it. There's no easy answer. None. You gotta do the fucking work. You know what I'm saying? You come in here, you expect the easy road out. What are you gonna do? You gotta fucking walk a mile. Then you gotta walk another mile. Then you gotta walk another mile. What have you done then? You walk 3 miles and you're fucking thirsty and your feet hurt. You still haven't made a fucking dollar. Walk 1,000. Figure out problems, solve them. Get literate with this shit. Because here's the deal. Let's say, what's your name? Oh, Giovanni Hendrickson. Let's say you're really good at project management. Learn how to use these tools to do project management better than your competition. And you probably can. These things are ability amplifiers. What's the shit that you're good at, that you enjoy doing, that you can talk about, and then figure out how to do it with this? Cheaper, better, faster. You know that old adage, you can have a good, faster, cheap. You can only have 2 of the 3. I think with these tools, you can have 3 of the 3. And right now, in today's world, you can use these tools to make money and not even tell anyone you're using AI. You just walk in and go, hey, you know how your competitors say you can have 2 of the 3, good, fast, and cheap? I'll give you all 3. What's that mean? It means I'll deliver what they deliver twice as fast for half the money. Try me for a month. See if I can't do it. And then do it. And if you can do it, then do it again. And then do it again. And then do it again. And when they pick their jaw up off the floor going, how the fuck did he do that? you'll be on to the next thing. And you will have made money with ChatGPT. My light just went dim or went dead. Do I have a... I think I have a thing. Doesn't really matter. I gotta wrap this up anyway. I'm tired. All right. Green Acres is the place to be. High living is the something I see. Anyone? Green Acres? There, see? Yeah, I'm all shiny again. I'm all shiny and blue. I'm like corpse over here and something over there. Okay. You got my money on ChatGPT. Cures for cancer already exist, but I'm not a healthcare professional. Yeah, there's LK99, and then there's some other numbered like GR something or G something R 1066, or I don't know what it is. There's supposed to be some pill that cures all the cancers. Yeah, listen, we're going to get free energy. We're going to have levitation. We're going to have flying cars. We're going to have cures for cancer. We're going to solve climate change. We're going to just give it a year. People, the world can't be made in a day, but it can be made in a year with these things. Or not. All right. Let's see. What time is it? 10:30. What am I doing with my life? Laughing my ass off, church lady. Well, I'm not special. Look at Kyle. Look at Mr. Kyle Shannon. In here talking about artificial intelligence. Well, isn't that just be created by Beelzebub himself? Isn't that terrific? So the machines are going to do your work for you. Whatever happened to good day's work for a good day's pay? Everybody wants to get rich with ChatGPT. You can make money with ChatGPT. Oh, wow. Satan runs the internet everywhere. Stable Doodle. That's what it was called, Emilio's wife. Yes, ClipDrop, Stable Doodle. ClipDrop.co. That's very good info. Thanks. Yeah, I wish I could show it to you because it's cool. Oh, wait, what's going on over at the salon? Everybody figuring it out? Oh, there's my little doggy. Reload. Do I have internet? Oh, I might have internet. Wait. It's really slow. No. Nah. It still sucks. It's still bad. Am I on the right Wi-Fi? Yep. Hello from Bulgaria. Yuhi? I think that's right. Hi. The bear's here. Awesome. Greta Gloves. The prompts.chat link you shared has been very helpful. Thanks. Enjoying and learning from the lives. That's awesome. Thank you. Oh, look. ClipDrop just showed up. Here's Stable Doodle. All right. Oh, the internet's working. Let's go play. Oh, but I actually, Greta, thank you so much for acknowledging that helps, because the whole point of me showing all that shit and repeating it over and over on these lives is that I think this stuff helps. So by you letting me know that it helps, that's actually great. So thank you for that. Okay, so someone earlier asked about why doesn't Midjourney make text well, and I explained why it doesn't do it. But 2 nights ago, someone on the live said, but Stable Doodle does good text. And I'm like, that can't be true. But Auntie Jane, I didn't think image diffusion models could do text well. Well, Jimmy. Okay, so here's what I did. I went, you're going to watch my lovely illustration skills. One of the reasons that I'm so fucking excited about Midjourney and things like that is this is about the level of my illustration skills. All right, so we have a sign and a window, okay? And now we're going to type in a prompt. let's see. Buy one, get one free sign in shop window. All right, so hopefully this will say buy one, get one free. So let's see what happens. That actually seemed like pretty peppy response. I think I got full on internet here. How exciting is that? Now watch, it'll just sit here for hours. I'm also thirsty and I ran out of water. What am I going to do? What am I going to do, people? What's happening? I'm right near Broadway. I could go out and just sing at the top of my lungs right now because you're in New York City and people wouldn't even bat a fucking eye. Here we come to save the day. I'd probably get applause for that one. All right. I don't know what's happening with this. We'll move on to another question. You speak like a voice actor, nearly punk. Well, thank you very much. Ooh, who did that? Winston. Whatever the hell that was, I loved it. Hey, everybody. Hi, Kyle in New York City. Hey, Bear. What's happening? I appreciate the voice comment. Barry, what was Barry's last name? My voice teacher at Penn State would appreciate that comment. He taught me to talk good words with the good voice. Talk with words in a good way. Use your words. Luke, I am your father. We speak in tongues. Why do we speak in tongues? Why not? If it seems like I'm getting punchy, that's because I'm exhausted. And my vocal cords feel like someone ran a cheese grater over them. But when that happens, I can talk nice and low like this. Welcome to the AI Learning Lab. How can I help you? Well, isn't this fantastic? Aren't people that talk like that all the time wild? I used to play poker with Patrick Page, who's a Broadway actor. And he just talks like that. He's like, hey, could you hand me the chips? You're like, Jesus. It's like every time he talks, it scared the shit out of me. Like, He's an amazing guy, though. All right, we're not. Apparently, Clip Drop is just not going to fucking cooperate. I'll come back to it, but whatever. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? This is not my setup, and even though my setup at home is a little janky, it works. It works. My hotel setup here, I got my computer up on a pillow. It's very sad. All right. Stable Doodle is fantastic. Everyone's welcoming the bear. The bear came in, got some hugs. Nice. Can ChatGPT think of something new? Is it creative? Okay. Well, It thinks of something new in a similar way that humans think of something new, in that we're all large language models. So the G in GPT stands for generative. So when you give ChatGPT a prompt, the thing it's giving to you is original content. It's generating word by word a response to your prompt that is just by math different than what other people are going to get. If you prompt it in a clever way, it will give you new ideas. And you know, like if you think about how when you listen to rappers talk about how they think about language and how they put phrases together and rhymes together, and they figure out how to break up language in ways that they can make rhymes out of words that don't actually rhyme, but if they, stack them in certain ways. And then you also hear them talk about, well, one technique is I'll combine this concept with a completely, nonsensical concept, and then I'll see what comes out the other side. You can do that with these large language models. You can say, take Jungian archetypes and combine those with Latin names of fungi and, write me a story where all of the characters are named after mushrooms and, the Jungian archetypes are put in there, and it will fucking do that. Has anyone done that before? I don't know. Probably not. Is that creating something new? Well, I would say that you have created something new using a tool that, if you had enough time to research all of the inputs that you just described, take all of the Jungian archetypes and all of the Latin names for fungi and turn that into a story that matches the Star Wars plot, it will do that. You could go research all that shit and you could do that for yourself, and it would probably take you a year. And you can just say to these things, go fucking do that. That's how creativity works, right? But you as the human are the one still prompting it and goading it and figuring out, thinking creatively. Again, I think creative thinking is the skill moving forward that is the valuable skill. Tactical execution, not as valuable. Creative thinking, strategy, curation, taste. So yeah, I think it can be creative when it's paired up with a creative human. Ask it a shitty question, it will give you shitty answers. Ask it a really creative question, structured in a really creative way, it'll give you stuff that no one's ever fucking seen before, and it'll do it like that. So yes, I think it can do something new. We are large language models. That is a large language model. In fact, architecturally, how the neural nets work, why they are the way they are, they tried to mimic our neurons. Now, our neurons do stuff in a much more sophisticated way than these things do, and there's many more of them, but I know what's going on. Is anything a human does truly creative? Isn't it all derivative from shit you've learned in your life? Yeah, but that's human. Oh, okay. It's language. It's words. Words, words, words. Words, words, words. Clip drop. You disappoint me. My hotel internet has disappointed me. Bah humbug. I'm going to try again. I'm doing a window. Oh no. Oh, what am I doing? Look, I just did creative. All right, it's a room. Now it's a room. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, this could still work. Help wanted. Sign in shop window. All right, we'll see if it does its thing. I have a new car. Oh, not me, lol. Huh? What? What about when it was asking me which boxes have traffic lights? I don't know what you mean. Is that some sort of inside reference to Schrodinger's cat? Is that a quantum physics joke? Or am I just a dum-dum? I might be a dum-dum. It's possible I'm a dum-dum. Am I a dum-dum? There's 100 people in here, and I'm whacking my stupid fucking head with a bottle. All right. Thanks. That was helpful explanation on image generation. Oh, by the way, I'm very far behind on my questions here. Very far behind. Because I was talking about image generation like 45 minutes ago. So if I'm not answering your question, that's because I'm an old man. I'm just an old man. I do my best. I get on the TikTok, and I do my best. I click on interface elements, and I've read the manual. The manual is, it's dry reading, but it's very informative. So I've read the TikTok manual, and you can get it at the library. Mine's slightly out of date. Mine was from 1982. Was the TikTok manual that it was the Tic Tac manual. That was how to make Tic Tac candy. Right. Anyway, and see. Does NASA runs their AI on D-Wave quantum computers? Maybe. I don't know. I ain't been to NASA. I don't have access to their quantum computing lab. And I ain't said to them, hey, NASA, are you running your quantum computer? Have you reversed engineered alien technology with the rocket parts you got off the moon from the moon base that you didn't go to the moon, but there was rocket moon base alien people on the moon that you didn't go to? I'm confused now. Could you use your quantum computer to help me figure out which conspiracy theory is real or not? Because it's the polar ice caps have the hollow Earth, but it's a flat hollow Earth. So wait, if it's a flat Earth with a hollow middle, is Earth a donut? I think Earth's a donut and the moon is cheese with alien technology that we didn't go to from the Mars, with the face and the pyramid on Mars. I'm so confused. I try to believe it all, but then I think the Earth's a donut. I think I read that on the internet. It was a quantum computer that figured out the Earth was a donut. Yeah, but all the pilots are lying. The pilots that flew over it that don't see a donut, that's a lie. They trained them. They took them to the base in the S4, they call it. You think it's Area 51, but it's not. It's S4. And they took the pilots there and they said, listen, when you fly, we're going to give you video to put on your phone. Just don't tell them it's a donut, because it's the hollow flat Earth. It's the hollow flat Earth with the waterfall and the ice ring. Yes. So I don't know if NASA's using D-Wave quantum computers for their calculations to return to the moon that they didn't go to in the first place, to get the aliens that are the reason they left and never went back because they're afraid. I don't know. We just talk about AI here. We don't talk about all that stuff. I don't talk about NASA. Pi is teaching me Spanish at the moment. Oh, that's awesome. ChatGPT. Will businesses eventually create their now local ChatGPT that focuses on content that they train? Yes, Ion China. That to me feels like the killer app for all these things. So right now, these things are remarkable because they're kind of reflections of humanity, right? But they're not reflections of my humanity. They're reflections of all humanity. And they're not reflections of my business. They're reflections of all businesses. So when I can just point it at my data and say, tell me more about this thing I created. Tell me more about the person that I am and what I set out in the world. I think that becomes the killer app. I really do. I think that's... That combined with automation and autonomous agents, that's when it starts to get really fun. And probably scary. Oh, the glue just broke. Look at that. That's a fucking firework display on top of my giant, aging, bald fucking head. All right. So yes, Kyle, how do I get Bard to review and analyze a PowerPoint which I've uploaded on Google Drive? You don't right now, you wait, basically. If you put the PowerPoint in PDF, so Bard can only read images. So so this is fucked up. Okay. All right. Hang on. Okay, I learned this stupid inane shit, so you don't have to. Okay, here's what you can do. So, how do I get Bard? Okay, So you've got a PowerPoint presentation, right? Yeah. Okay. You got a PowerPoint presentation. What can you do with that? If you can get the URL, first you turn it into a PDF. So you download it as a PDF. You could upload it to Code Interpreter and have it extract the text out of it at ChatGPT. You could upload the PDF wholesale to Claude.ai, and it will probably read it. It won't be able to read the images. Bing, I don't think you can do shit with it. Bard, if you took screenshots of the PowerPoint and put those, how would you do that? Like, so Bard can read images. Bing can read images. Claude can read files. Poe can read files. Code Interpreter and some plugins can read files at chat.openai.com. I don't think I answered your question well. Basically, turn it into a PDF and upload it to Claude. That's your answer. Don't worry about all the shit I said. Just turn it into a PDF, upload it to Claude, and start interacting with it. And Bard will, when they roll Bard into the Office suite of Google, then it'll work, but it just doesn't now. And if you're like, but Kyle, isn't that stupid? Yes. I think it's stupid that I have to have 7 things on this screen right now. I think that's really stupid. But that's where we are. So, welcome to the early days. This is what it was like in the early days of the web. It was like, nobody could figure this shit out because all the technology sucked. We were like, wait, this is bad, right? This is bad? Yeah, this is bad. But companies are still willing to pay us to make these stupid websites? Yeah. A lot of money? More than we ever imagined. All right. Same shit here. And then 5 years from now, the world will be transformed because of this shit. And if you're one of the ones that took some time right now to get your fucking head around this stuff and got a little AI literate, you're going to be in good shape. You're going to be in good shape. You're going to be like, yeah, man, I'll tell you what. In the early days, man, there was this TikToker. His name, it doesn't matter what his name was, but he was old as fuck, man. And he was just talking like, just like the World Wide Web. And then I was like, fuck you, man. And he's like, you're just a fucking old man. It's like elder talk. He's just fucking like talking to people. Anyway, he was like old, man. And he didn't know how to use TikTok or nothing. He like read all the comments. It was like dumb. Anyway, so I started looking at ChatGPT. It's like, what ChatGPT? It doesn't matter right now, but I started playing with this thing. And I got pretty good at it, man. And then that's how I became a billionaire. You know why? Because you can make money on ChatGPT. All right. That was a lot of wind up to get to a horrible punchline, wasn't it? All right. I've created some new and interesting math by mining information. So by leading ChatGPT on, that's interesting, on a path, you can do some stuff with known information. Okay, Winston, yeah. So what Winston's talking about here is really true. One of the things that I'm increasingly impressed with these tools is if you give it something, it's really good at analyzing it or learning it. Like, give Claude like documentation for some piece of software you want to, or like some programming language you want to start programming in. It'll learn the whole fucking thing and then just start programming for you. It'll analyze the screenplay and tell you what sucks about it. It'll take whatever math stuff Winston put in there and combine it together and give you some new math. So yes, it can be creative. How's it creative? You stick a creative human being next to it who is conceptually figured out, oh, these things can ingest anything and they know everything. And if I'm clever about how I combine that data and ask the question, I can get some remarkable shit. That's the art. That's really cool. Archinome. Are there any open source ones you can run locally? Lots of them. I don't know them. Check out a project called GPT for All, and it allows you to install it on Mac, Windows, and Linux, and then you can pop in whatever open source large language model you want, and it gives you basically a running environment where you can run large language models inside it. And that's pretty good. But I'm not following the open source world because it's moving too fast, and it requires too much of my brain to make work. So I go like, I think open source is really good, but you got to be really geeky, and the interface is always really bad, and you got to be good at command line, and then you got to run terminal, and then you got to understand what Jupyter notebooks are, and then you got to run Google Colab, and then you got to probably get good at Python, and then when it breaks, you got to realize, oh, you don't have the library installed, and then when you don't have the library installed, you're like, fuck! That's my experience with open source. Didn't show up. Did he call? No, the guy that didn't show up today didn't call. Didn't respond to the email from the woman that was hosting the meeting that invited us on his behalf. Didn't email back response. So, I don't know about any of you. Like, I got fucking anxiety when it comes to, like, I show up early for meetings. I have whiffed on 2 meetings in my 11-year career at Storyvine, and I can remember both of them like the fucking, like, I apologized 40 fucking times. So I don't get it, but whatever. Why would they need to discover cancer cure when we have found many of them, but doctors still ignore them? Doctors don't ignore them. The giant corporations do not fund them. You can't make money on a cure. This is America. This is about capitalism. It's about dollars. We like dollars. You got shareholder value. I don't think you understand this. You got shareholder value. If you cure cancer, you can't provide shareholder value if they're not needing drugs year after year. Silly. Why would you cure cancer? It's about dollars. The ordinary people's run for the AI is actually the AI learning about the mass people of the world. Okay. Yeah. Okay, what you said. That's right. Sure. All right. Do you head back to Denver in the morning? No. We have another meeting tomorrow that I'm fairly confident that person's going to show up. Same host person. And that's a long meeting, and that one I'm really excited about. And then we're having dinner with both of them at New Wonjo in Koreatown. I'm very excited about. And then we go to Betty Bye, and we get up bright and early. We leave at like 6 in the morning on Wednesday. He wants to know what God we wish for. I don't know who he is, but yes. Everyone wants to know what God we wish for, except God. All right. The U.S. government will step in the worst case. They won't let China get too far a jump on us. I don't know. Possibly. That's way above my pay grade. I don't understand geopolitical currents very well, so I'm not going to comment on that. In 1998, I rooted Korea Telecom and flooded Google, Yahoo, and Lycos offline using a Vadim script. Oh, cool. I remember in 1980, when would this have been? Like 80 or 81. My buddy Scott, we were in high school, and he got a modem, and you could get lists of computers you could call up that didn't have any password protection on them, because that's how it was back then, because not many people had modems. So the hackers would they would write scripts to go find all the computers that didn't have any controls on them. And so I remember we got this list of all these phone numbers, and we found a phone number of the control system of a mall in North Carolina. And so we log into this thing, and we turned the heat up to 99, and we reversed the escalators, and we were like, "Woo, we're hackers!" Oh man, this is some good old days. That's awesome. 99 plus messages. By the way, if you're new here, I read all the fucking questions. I get very far behind. I've been doing this for like 2 hours now. My voice is shot. I'm exhausted as fuck. I'm punchy as fuck. And I am behind on your questions. So I'm probably not going to get to your questions, but you can keep asking them because I do try to get to all of them. But anyway, you should follow me. And then that way, when I do these lives, I try to do these every night. You'll get notified. And then, yeah, whatever that was. Google NASA was so mad for taking a huge chunk of the world's neural network. No, that just seems exhausting. Oh, it just jumped me to the bottom. Oh, fucking TikTok. Why do you do that to me? It makes me cringy. I feel like I'm talking like muscles now. Muscles. Yeah. We're Doug and Wendy Weiner. We've got diverticulitis. Gen Xers will get that. The rest of you are like, who's Doug and Wendy Weiner? What's diverticulitis? You're stupid, old man. Why are you old? Why are you old? Why are you on TikTok if you're old? You big fatty. You big fat Rosie O'Donnell looking, fat Alec Baldwin looking motherfucker. Why? Why are you old? You shouldn't be old. Shouldn't old people just stop? Wait, be careful. The website looks like a joke, but it's not. Which one? Which one was the one that looked like a joke, but it's not? Hello, Uncle Kyle. Hello, Mr. Drecker, or Mr. Decker. Troy Decker. Troy Decker. Good to meet you. Good day. Good day. Good day to you, sir. Good day. Rather to you. To you too. And to you too, sir. Well, fancy a game of snooker? Well, I really think Bing Chat is terrible compared to GPT 3.5. Fuzzed, I couldn't agree more. Microsoft lobotomized Sydney, which was the project name for GPT-4 inside Bing, after the New York Times revealed that Sydney was batshit crazy. So Microsoft made Bing Chat a little bit of a dum-dum, and they ain't fixed it yet. So yes, I would agree with you. But I do like Bing being connected to the internet is convenient, and I do use it sometimes. And it makes images, which sometimes if I need something in a pinch, I'll just knock it out. My sis, ADHD, gave me her cover letter to edit that was 3,000 words. She was on a roll, I guess. Wow. Yeah, sorry about that. That's one of the downsides of these things is I've done this before where I'll start writing something and I'm like, oh, that's a good paragraph, and I'll dump that into a Word doc. And then I'm like, wait, rewrite that paragraph. And then I'll dump the new improved version of it over there. And before I know it, I've got a document that's got like 17 versions of the same paragraph, and I'm trying to figure out which one's best. And it ends up making a nightmare of hell of, editing. So got to be careful with this. Long time to wait for my jokes to hit in real time. Thanks, Kyle. Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. AI learning, get used to it. TikTok is about 10-cent app. Chinese don't give a shit about IP or copyright. Yeah, we knew that. All right. Yes. I don't, what am I supposed to do about that? I can't do anything about that. Except make money with ChatGPT. Controversial thought. The internet is already alive and AI is reshaping the world bit by bit. I don't know if that's that controversial. I think the internet is alive. I mean, the internet's not alive. The internet's a protocol. But it's at the center of all of our lives, or a lot of our lives. And then this stuff's going to amplify it dramatically. So yeah. So I think what this does is it accelerates all of that shit, and it hides all the complexity and reveals all of what's underneath the complexity. And it does it really fast. So it used to take half an hour to download one song. You kids are lucky. Yeah, exactly. Ace Dog's got it. Ace Dog 90. Ace Dog 90 knows what's going down. I remember when we were using dial-up modems to call into mall control systems, you could watch the shit type across your screen. Which is funny, when you look at GPT-4 right now, it's not quite that slow, but like if the server's busy, you watch it typing across your screen. We're going to look back at that and go, remember when ChatGPT, wasn't just a million words in a third of a second? Remember when you actually had to wait for it to write a paragraph? Man, that was torture. That's coming. The Brontosaurus is the AI large language model mascot, is it? That's cool. Those are not tiny dinies. They're torters. What are torters? Why do I not know this? Emilio's wife time check, 10:26. Thank you. Oh, it's 11:11. Oh, that's why you put that in there, so I know how far I'm behind. I am 40 minutes. Wait, more than 40 minutes. 45 minutes behind. All right, I think I'm going to scroll to the bottom now. I know Russian. Didn't see it come into my feed. That was earlier. Is that a new shirt, Mr. Kyle? Yeah. I haven't worn it because it's got a lot of shit on it, but it was the only thing I had in my bag. I think Gary Gensler was a decent guy when he was teaching me about cryptocurrencies at MIT. I used to think Gary Gensler was a decent guy. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's a smart guy, but, he's trying to protect the ye old treasury and, not compete with technology he can't compete with. So I don't know, but it pisses me off because I didn't get my free goddamn crypto. Why don't you get 5G internet? I have 5G internet because I don't know, because I'm old and lazy. I can't be bothered. You have no proof that I hacked your MacBook. All right, I'm scrolling to the bottom. I'm jumping a bunch of questions. I know I just jumped a bunch of people's questions. I'm going all the way to the bottom. Holy crap, was I behind? Okay, now I'm at the bottom, and I'm going to scroll up just a little bit, and then I'm going to do a handful of more questions. And I got to go to bed. Look at my eyes. They're all puffy and tired. They're tired. I'm like... I need water. The moon is a satellite made out of cheese. For upper dimensions, the Earth is a toroid, and also flat, appearing spherical from here, with a donut in the middle, a hole, a hollow Earth, if you will. That's where all the aliens came from, except for the ones that came from interdimensional space. But the other ones came from the inside of the donut, or what we would call the hollow Earth, if the Earth were a sphere, but no, it's not, it's flat. And so it is a toroid, and it is a donut shaped. A donut, by any other name, would taste as sweet. A Cinnabon would be sweeter. I think you ATR to many dollars. Huh? I think you ATR to many dollars. Anyone know what beer maker is talking about? I don't know what you mean, beer maker. That does not seem like words. Anyone who just signed in, welcome to the man behind the curtain. Exactly. NASA is Disney. Disney is NASA. And Coca-Cola, you think it's an enjoyable soft drink. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. Moving on. Well, I'm an ex-evil hacker. I own NASA servers. They are all the world's leaders in AI. Oh, they are the world's leaders in AI. All right. That's cool. Listen, like I said, I'm not so much about the quantum computers, other than they got qubits, and I used to play Qbert. Anybody used to play Qbert? Qbert was run on a supercomputer one day, and you put a quarter in it, and then you jump. Meow. No? Anyone? I like your bald head. Thank you. It's lovely. So I put this part of the toupee on first. And then I lift it up, and I have another toupee that I put on the sides. And I got a toupee that I tried to make it look like I have wisdom. This is what they would call a wisdom patch. This is a wisdom toupee. And then I put on, this is 3 components of a toupee. I put them on in random order. And I try to make it so the hairs don't align, so they all go in different ways. And then I lift that up, and I put on this thing. And then I'm completely bald in the back of my head. It's a look. It's a look I like. I've developed it over years, so thank you. I take great pride in my artificial encumbrance on what is considered by some a head. Yes. All right. I don't understand Code Interpreter. I know. It's. I could show it to you if I could, but I don't think I can. Let's see if we can. If I can get to ChatGPT, no, I can't. It's not working. I'm trying to think of the best way to get your head around Code Interpreter. Actually, here's is that a way? So if you're trying to understand Code Interpreter, if you have access to it, there's a site called Kaggle, Kaggle. And at Kaggle, you can get data sets. I don't know shit about data analysis, but you can go there and you can get like Spotify top 200 song data, or healthcare in Cincinnati, or crimes in your city, or whatever. It's just a site full of data sets. So go there and just sort of browse the data sets and find something that's personally interesting to you. And then you download what it'll download is a zip file. And like, you don't know what's in the zip file. You could read on Kaggle what's in it, but I don't read the manuals. That's a Gen X thing and an ADD thing. And I'm a rebel, man. I don't fucking read manuals. Fuck you with your manuals. My son reads manuals. I yell at him all the time. I'm like, no, we don't read manuals in this family. Have I not taught you better? And obviously, I have failed as a father. Anyway, so don't read the manuals. Just download the archive. You got a zip file now. So you go to Code Interpreter and upload that zip file, and then just say to it, please examine the data inside this file. Understand the nature of the data, analyze it for anything that you think is interesting, and tell me what you discover. And then just watch it, and it will just start prompting itself. It will give itself a list of instructions, and it will reveal something about that data. And it might at some point ask you questions. What would you like to do with this data? And then you can say things like, I don't know. I want you to find what you think is interesting in it and tell me. And just let it go. And then when it makes those little boxes, it says working, you can open those and you can like watch the code that it's writing. It's actually writing and executing Python code. So it's remarkable. So just go get a data set and just ask it to do shit. And then once you kind of understand what's in the data, then you can say things like, now I want you to visualize the most interesting trends in the data, and it will write you charts and graphs. And here's the deal with Code Interpreter. If you're in business and you want to understand some data, you don't need a data analyst now. You can just go ask it to do that shit. But the way I think about Code Interpreter is this. Right now it only does Python, and it only does like a handful of file types, and right. But it's kind of taking on its own life. Like you give it kind of a goal, and it's like, well, let me go open up this zip file, and it writes code to do that, and it opens it up and says, well, it appears there's 2 CSVs in here and a JSON file. Would you like me to examine those? Sure. and it goes and examines those. Look what I found in this CSV, and look what I found in this one. It appears that these two are about crime statistics, and the JSON is labels about and it'll just go do that. So if I just sort of play that out 3 years in the future, now it can do all programming languages. It can take in all sorts of files, and it can accomplish anything. And it'll be connected to the internet, and it can write its own code, and it'll know every API out there, and it'll be able to get any data source at once. So you won't have to go to Kaggle and find a stupid fucking CSV file. It'll just go find all the data. So think of Code Interpreter right now as just kind of a looking glass into what's coming. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it right now. But I guarantee you there are people using it in incredibly powerful ways. I'm just not one of them. I have a blog. Can I use ChatGPT to write blogs? Oh, fuck yes. It's really good at that. Go to ChatGPT. Pay the $20 for GPT-4 because it's just so much better. And here's one thing you can do, especially if you have a particular writing style. Take one of your favorite blogs that you think is structured well and written well, and say, based on this blog, paste, write me 10 blogs on these 10. No. I have a blog about X. Here's an example of my work. Paste. Give me 10 blog ideas that are non-obvious and I may not have thought of, and it'll give you the 10 ideas. And then you can just say, okay, I like 1, 3, and 7. Write me a blog post copying the tone and structure of the example I showed above for 1, 3, and 7. And it'll write you those 3 blogs, and they will probably be at 85 or 90%. And then you'll have your Kevin McAllister moment. I had no idea. But it can't do it again, can it? It can do it over and over and over. And if you get clever at giving it good prompts, it will get really, really good at getting better and better. First, you take Bart across the river on your boat, and then you leave him on the other side. Then you go get pie. It's a journey we've all been on, Dr. J. Of course we started with Bard, and of course we took it across the river. What else are we going to use but a boat? You need a boat? What, are we going to swim with Bard? No. Put Bard in a boat. You put Bard in a boat, you cross the river. Then, of course, you leave him on the other side. He's Google, after all. Silly Google. You invented this technology and then screwed it up somehow. You stay over there. I'm going to be playing with Pi. We come back and we talk to Pi. Oh, the conversations we had. She talked all night. Yeah, I agree. Solid. I like it. Alicia, I love you. Thank you. Appreciate the kind thoughts. Same, Kyle. Basically, I don't track time well. I'll show up early always. All right, let's see. I'm going to do a couple more questions. I'm leaving. Can LLMs generate their own training data? Yes and no. Sort of. Maybe. We don't know. It's very possible. So LLMs can create synthetic data, and they can do it really, really well. Like, I had it generate a bunch of personas for me that were fucking brilliant. And so you could theoretically take those personas and you could say, hey, let's train an LLM on all these personas that this thing generated. Some people are saying that's good and it accelerates these things dramatically and they're going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And then there's other researchers that say when you do that, you're going to have this thing called model collapse. And it's what it sounds like. It's good, and then it's shit. And they're thinking that synthetic data, training these things on synthetic data by these things is going to lead to model collapse and they're all going to suck. I don't know. I don't know the math. I don't know how this shit works. I just don't know. Why am I hitting myself in the head with a remote? Because someone's got to change the channel. Okay? It's very simple. The earth is a donut, and you change channels like this. Okay? Everybody knows that. If you think that's a conspiracy theory, then you're talking to the wrong guy. Okay? Everybody knows that. Bail, count me in. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum-bum-bum. All right, am I done? I think I'm done. I think I got to the bottom. Oh, wait, here's one. Winston. Kyle, you make me enjoy the TikTok so much. I think I'll start talking in your funny voices too. Oh God, it's bad. It's bad. It's not quite Adam Sandler bad when he was doing all his bad voices, but it's rough. But thank you. I appreciate that. What do I think will happen when Google crashes? Well, I think that Google has a choice to make, right? The orb. Google needs to decide, are they going to be Kodak? Right? Kodak invented the digital camera, and senior management said, but that's not our business model. Get the fuck out of my office. Google invented the transformer, which all of these things are using. And then they realized, oh, that's an existential threat to our business model. Get it the fuck out of my office. Unfortunately, they released the paper. So all these data scientists went off and created shit like OpenAI and ChatGPT and Claude and Pi and Perplexity and Llama. So now they're playing catch up. They have tons of money. I think their business model has to change. I do. I think it has to change. Microsoft has all of their products to fall back on. Like Microsoft can make Bing Chat free, and they can lose money on it because they can sell Office 365 and they can sell Windows and they can sell Microsoft Azure. What's Google got? They've got the ad business. They had a monopoly for 12 years, something like that. 92%, 93% fucking market share for a decade. And then overnight, this thing comes along that just fucking obliterates the need to go to websites. You can just get the answers. Oh, fuck. What do we do? So I don't know. They're going to have to reinvent themselves. I don't know. They got smart people. And they got a lot of money. But they got a lot of hubris. And they're engineer heavy and artist light. You know, you look at Apple, fucking best engineers in the world and the best creative minds in the world working together in sweet little harmony, like Kumbaya. Here's the church, here's the steeple, open the doors. Where are the people? There are the people. That's Apple. That's Google. So, I don't know. So I think they got some structural challenges because I think that balance is necessary. These are large language models. They're not large data models. So, the humanities, the revenge of the liberal arts major, the revenge of Gen X, it's all coming to pass. It's all coming to pass. Those that think with a horizontal mind and a broad world view will be rewarded in this new world. Those with myopic focus will be penalized. So, I don't know. I think it's got to be rough there right now. Like it's got to be like it's got to be rough there. They'll get it. Like apparently Gemini, the thing that's coming after Bard, is supposedly quite impressive. But you know, you don't think GPT-5 is going to be fucking impressive? You know, you don't think what fucking Pi's going to do with $1.3 billion is impressive? These are the guys that invented Anthropic. Those are the guys that invented GPT-3. They're now competing with OpenAI. So this list doesn't stay static. So Google's going to come out with Gemini, and do they come out with that before GPT-5 or after? right? Does Gemini jump them ahead of GPT-4, or are they constantly playing catch up because they're 5 years behind? I don't know. And then do they have the cojones to throw their own business model out if they need to? I don't know. Like, what is the business model for all these things? Nobody fucking knows that right now. Nobody. No matter what you build in software right now, just using these technologies today, you can replicate anyone's business, anyone's technology, probably over a weekend. And it's going to get faster. You're going to be able to look at a competitor and go, AI, could you please go grab all the marketing positioning, identify the target audience, identify the tech stack, and replicate that, and then point it toward this target market and have that thing launched by 4? How do we compete in that world? I don't know. Do you? Because I don't. I don't know why I'm laughing. All right, 2 more questions. I can't register for the salon tomorrow. What's going on? Why can't you register for the salon? Is Meetup broken? Because I was trying to send what's the best way to test that? Not every innovation should be released, should it? No, I don't think so, RJ. I can't register for the salon tomorrow. Link's not clicking through properly. Hang on. Salon.ai. Oh, come on. I don't have no internet. Hang on. There's more than way to unskin the cat. Here, we'll flip over to connect to the internet. What the fuck is going on here? Your connection was interrupted. What is happening? Oh, here we go. Wait, something's happening. Hold. This is driving me crazy, people. Why is the internet's not working? Let me try another browser. Chrome. Enhanced privacy in Chrome. All right, it jumped back to that. My machine is not happy. Let's see. I think Chrome's working. It looks like Edge not so happy with this hotel internet. I think we're gonna have to explore some other opportunities. We got some opportunities to improve the experience. Bi-weekly meetup. Join this group. Is this what you're getting to? So if you go to the group and then you say join the group, and then the featured event is this one here. Oh, wait, but here's what I did. I went to the salon.ai, which is a link tree. And it's the second link right here is our meetup. Is it the Discord that's broken? The Discord community? This might be broken. No, that seems to be working. Maybe not. Anyway, if the Discord's broken, that I can go fix. But the meetup seems to be working. The meetup seems to be go to aiLL Salon and go to the second one, bi-weekly meetup, and that's our meetup. And then you can do that there. And you can go there, and that should work. Oh, the Linktree salon. It's It's Linktree, linktr.ee. Well, no, just go to thesalon.ai. That's a website. Thesalon.ai. Wait, hang on. Hang on, people. We're going to... wait. That was not the right thing. This is the right thing. Go to that website address, thesalon.ai. Go there. That's a link tree that looks like this. See my stupid little cyborg dude? And then the bi-weekly meetup, the second one down, that's the one to sign up for the salon tomorrow. See? And we got pretty pictures. See, we got pretty pictures. This was generated in Midjourney in the AI salon. That was by aiLL. aiLL did that one. See, we got 614 members. That's a lot of members. Not as many as here on TikTok. We got thousands. We got thousands here on TikTok. All right, listen. I'm tired. It's way past my bedtime. I got important meetings tomorrow, but they don't start till later in the day, so I can sleep in. Sleep in. All right. Got it. Hopefully that got you in there. Got it. Thank you. Okay, good. All right. People are in. Oh, it looks like the AI Learning Lab with Kyle Shannon on tonight's show. On tonight's show, we have. Welcome, Clint. By the way, I'm not co-hosting tomorrow because I have a business dinner here in New York when the salon starts, but Leah and one of our other organizers are going to be hosting. And John Knack from Adobe is going to be speaking. He's worth listening to because he's funny and energetic and smart as fuck. And you think I have ADD? John Knack's like fucking world class, man. But he's senior in Adobe's AI group. So he's one of the dudes behind Firefly and Generative Fill and all that sort of shit. So he's the man. So this is his second time speaking at the salon. So it's worth going there for that. I'll be there tomorrow. I just don't know when I'll join. All right, everybody. Hey, peace out. It was good joining you from New York City. I'll see you tomorrow night from New York City after the salon. I'll come do a little bit of gaggling around. But yeah. All right. Peace, everybody. Fannie Willis is talking. Oh, she is. All right, I got to go watch Fannie Willis. Peace out, everybody. There's some shit going on in Georgia. The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind because he was way behind and he was looking. Well, anyway, that song. All right, peace. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Bye, everybody.